have a brief product highlight and a card share to show you using the Pinkfresh Studio Magical Unicorn stamp and coordinating die set. Now I purchased these directly from pinkfreshstudio.com and I'll link their store down below. However, I should tell you that either the stamps or the dies, because they've been so popular, have gone out of stock at one time or another. Currently, as of this airing, the stamps are out of stock, but the die is in stock. I'll link them down below anyway. There is, right on the listing for the product for sale, you can enter in your email address and email to get notified when it does get back in stock. That's what I did originally because the dies were out of stock when I first went to purchase, and I wanted to wait until I could get them both at the same time just to save on shipping. And I think it only took about a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks for them to come back in stock. So if you're interested, definitely sign up for it and wait and see if you get your email or not. Fairly soon. It wasn't too bad. The stamps retail for $15 and the dies, it looks like, is $6. So that's a really nice nice price point. You know, only $21 for both of them is pretty good. Now about the stamps, it's a 4x6 photopolymer clear stamp set. It's designed by Ina Moreva. I'm not sure if I'm saying her name right, so please forgive me. This has been very popular, and you'll see why. It just, the possibilities with this one, there's just so many because there aren't a lot of constraints with the things that you can do with this. We've got some pretty eyelashes and some detail florals that you can use, and of course the horn here, which I heat embossed in metallic, and you'll see that in a little bit. And of course we have a variety of sentiments as well, and I didn't use this one, but I did appreciate that it also comes with an invitation stamp, because unicorn invitations are a thing. They're pretty popular. So I'm sorry about that glare, guys. I do have the overhead light off so that the glare isn't too bad, but you're catching some of the light from one of the windows on my side here, so I do apologize. Anyway, so I had a lot of fun with this, and I hope that you do too if you're interested. So let's go ahead and get started with the card share. I just try to keep them as simple as possible. I do have a couple of other ideas. So the cards are basically all more or less the same. I just switched up the colors a little bit in the stamping, and I used my Ranger die inks for the floral details, and then of course just die cut the flowers out. I heat embossed using the little star pattern in the background here. I heat embossed that in silver just to kind of give a little detail to the top. And then heat emboss. Actually, I don't think this is gold that I use for the horns. I think it's the Ranger, or what do they call it? Oh gosh, I forget the name of it. Some kind of platinum, I think. And then, of course, upon the recommendation of a friend who got her kit before I did and got to play with it, the eyelashes are heat embossed on here 3 times, just to give them a little bit of dimension. And the sentiment I chose for this one is "Have a Magical Birthday." In the whole background, I covered with a spritz from the Sukaneko Shimmer Spritz, just to give it a little bit of glitter. A little bit of shine. Here's another card, more or less in the same vein, only it's on purple cardstock with a black card base. The background on this one is slightly different with the stars. I have a stamp set from the Sweet Stamp Shop. Recently I got a sort of a starry sky little backdrop, and the stars and things for this matched perfectly with that one, so I tried to stamp using that one and then just fill in the gaps just to save myself a little bit of time on that. And the sentiment on this one is "I believe in you." And again, the same thing with the Sukaneko Shimmer Spritz. Another one in purple, only on a white card base. Along the same lines, the sentiment is "Be a unicorn in a field of horses." So basically, I was just kind of getting to know the kit and figure it out. I have a lot of other ideas. You make life sparkle. Sorry, this is also a new camera position for me, so I'm learning how to hold things properly. This one I messed up on the sentiment, so I had to make a little banner sentiment to go over it. It's just another "Have a Magical Birthday." you know, the old card maker's trick. If you mess up, then cover it up. And then may all your dreams come true. This one's my favorite. This one's going to go in my daughter's lunchbox tomorrow. So I wanted to get them showed off. And again, everything is covered with the shimmer spritz. So I have a lot of ideas going forward with this. I really like to combine this with the Lawn Fawn Pivot Pop-Up die set, because I think it would be super fun to have a card that opens up just to the eyes, to the eyelashes of the unicorn. I think that would be really fun. Have the front be just covered in florals, then open it up and pop, and there's the unicorn face. Also, just cutting instead of stamping and then die cutting, maybe just cut these from some glitter cardstock or metallic cardstock. You could also fold up the edges a little bit to make them dimensional flowers. So there's tons of different things that you can do with this set. I'm super happy to have it. I have a 9-year-old daughter, and of course she has 1,000 friends. So I imagine this one is going to be reached for rather frequently for birthdays and other such things like encouragement cards. I know my daughter has been asking for a card for her best friend. They're both on the softball team together, and her best friend, this is her first year pitching. And she's doing amazing. Quite the little arm on this one. So I know that she wanted to make her friend a card. So I'm sure after she receives the card in her lunchbox tomorrow, my daughter's going to want to make one for her friend as well. So anyway, if you have any questions about the stamp set, please definitely let me know. I just got to play with it a little bit, but again, I already have so many other things lined up. And as you can see, again, I did use my Ranger die inks, and these will stain. So just a heads up on that one. A lot of fun. Definitely recommend it. And I think that the price point is very good for the stamps and the dies. It's all $21. Which isn't bad. I think it was a couple dollars for shipping. Just keep an eye out, you know, for sales and stuff and coupons, because they will definitely do those periodically, or you can even shop at another retailer and maybe get a bit of a discount there. I also wanted to point out that the stamps and the dies are not, they don't have to be purchased together. You could certainly do everything that you needed to do with just the stamp set if you were looking to save a little bit of money. You could just stamp directly onto your card the horn and the flowers, and you can hand draw them in, or use a different floral set that you already have, or just skip them entirely. And then of course the eyelashes and the sentiments. You could also just fussy cut if you wanted to, and that would be fine as well. And vice versa, you don't necessarily need the stamp set to enjoy this. You've got the little ear shape, which is all you would use anyway with the stamp, and you can do your own horn with the die cut and the flowers and the leaves, or not at all. If you have other stamps, or you have some talent at drawing or whatnot, that you could pull together a similar look, this unicorn face with the horn and the eyelashes and the ears, this is a really trendy thing right now. So if you are a card maker and really want to hop on this trend, you don't necessarily need the product to do it. However, I do recommend it because it is a lot of fun and it will go a long way. Unicorns are going to be here for a long time. If you have children in your life, even grown women love these unicorns. So it's definitely a nice investment. It's a lot of fun. I highly recommend it. That is everything that I have. If you have any questions or whatnot, please let me know. I'll leave a link to both products from Pinkfresh down below. That's what I got. Take care. Bye.